What's up, Planet Coaster fans? My name is Shadow Phoenix. Welcome back to the channel and another monthly build here on Planet Coaster. So last month we finished up the Coney Island log flume build that I was doing, which was a we'll call it a pre-creation, since it's not a recreation, because I mean it's not going to be out until like 2020, I think, at Luna Park in Coney Island. But still, we finished that. So let's talk about what we're going to do for this coming month. So, and if you guys know me, and you've watched me for a while, you've probably picked up on, or, you know, noticed that I have said how much I love October and Halloween. It is my favorite time of the year, my favorite holiday, and I absolutely just love this time of the year. So, what I'm doing for this month is we are actually going to do a Halloween themed ride for the month. So this is not a recreation of anything. It is my own idea, my own kind of thoughts on a coaster. It is actually something that I was going to do in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 a while back ago, and at the time it just wasn't really possible. Like, I did the coaster, but I wasn't able to do the actual station or anything like that, so I wasn't able to finish it. So with Planet Coaster and the tools and stuff that we have, and we can basically do just about anything we want with it, I kind of going back to the drawing board for this. So gonna redo the entire layout. So this is gonna be nothing like the one I had planned for Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, except in name and theory. So what are we doing? Alright, so I am doing a wing coaster, as you saw me place down here. Because wing coasters are one of the other types of coasters that I really love. I love suspended coasters like the Bat, Big Bad Wolf, Iron Dragon. I love those. I love inverted coasters like Banshee, and you will notice this one has a little bit of inspiration from Banshee as far as kind of like the first drop and stuff. Except, you know, Banshee's inverted and this is a wing coaster. I've never actually ridden a wing coaster, but as much as I love like suspended and inverted, I imagine the idea of just kind of free flying with nothing underneath of me is, I think I'd like that. So I'm looking forward to riding either probably Wild Eagle at Dollywood will probably be my first wing coaster, I think. That or maybe possibly Gatekeeper. But I imagine I'll probably get to Dollywood before I ever get to Cedar Point. So, but anyway, I digress. So as I said, you can kind of see a little bit of inspiration from I can't speak today. From Banshee here, as far as the first drop goes. So we drop down, and then it kind of goes into this. I don't even know what kind of element that is. It's like an Immelman, like a reverse Immelman, I guess you would call it. And then into a couple of these sidewinders, I guess is what I use there. And then what you're seeing me do right now, that's actually going to be a 0G row when I'm done. The way I do my 0G rows, I don't actually use the 0G rows that they have in the game. Instead, I like to make my own kind of heel, and then once I'm done with the entire coaster, I go back and I delete that and kind of twist it. What I want to get done first, though, and for today's episode, is I want to get a decent layout. But now this is only going to be the first kind of layout that I do. Hopefully, you guys will see what I've done here, and by the end of it, maybe feedback, comments. I want to hear what you guys think about the layout. Things you would change, things that you think look maybe not right, anything like that. So I'll build the layout this time, and then Sunday, this coming Sunday, I'm going to stream live, and we'll take about an hour or so and kind of go over the coaster and kind of work on it, and I'll take a look at you guys' feedback and comments that I get here on this video, and we will go in and we'll kind of look at that, and as well as get some views and opinions as we stream it live and kind of go from there. My only concern about the layout that I have here is that it just seems a little bit compact and a little bit too messy, but I mean, it does everything that I want it to do. So I was able to get the drop that I wanted. I was able to get kind of a decent turn there. the 0G row, and then these kind of, I'm going to call them curly cues, for lack of a better name. These like helix turns, basically. Spaghetti turn, possibly. I don't know. We'll come up with a name for it. But anyway, I was able to get those in there, but it wasn't quite what I had in mind. But then I also was able, what you see me working on right now is this, it's like a 0G turn. And I've used this once before, and I really liked how it came out on an inverted coaster, so gonna do it again here if I can. It's tricky to get it right though, and to get the turn just right as it kind of twists, but hey, that's playing a coaster for you. It's almost always tricky to do that. I wanted to use the 4-meter method on this coaster and kind of go that route, and then that way I could just go over it with 4-meter, because I've never used that before, and I know if you really want to get like the heartline rows and the smoothest kind of ride possible, the 4-meter method is the best way to go. For those who are not familiar, it's basically, I'm not going to go into too much detail on it, but basically you create the entire coaster out of 4-meter pieces, and then you go back over it 4 pieces at a time, smooth each of those 4 sections 4 times, move on to the next 4 sections 4 times, move on 4 times, etc., etc. And you do it all over from the beginning again, and I think you do that 8 times altogether, and it gives you like the smoothest layout possible. There's some videos out there that describe how to do it and show you how to do it. I thought about doing this coaster that way just to get, like I said, I kind of want to do the most realistic coaster I can. But I guess it's also going to be technically, this coaster would be somewhat a little bit fantastical as far as my theming goes, but not like way overboard. So now some of you may be wondering, I haven't even mentioned it yet, but what is the theme of the ride? What is the ride going to be called? So it's going to be called Raven, and it is basically just kind of a haunted kind of theme. Nothing really kind of fancy or anything to that. I'm not going overboard with the theming per se. It doesn't really have a story or anything. It's just it's a wing coaster called Raven. Your station, I'm gonna make the station look like a old creepy, like spooky haunted house looking kind of thing. I hope to try to get a graveyard in there as well someplace. Maybe some, maybe at one point, maybe you'll fly through a tomb. That might be kind of cool. And kind of just go with the flow a little bit. So like I said, it is a little bit compact. I do want to kind of get it where a lot of the ride is flying through the forest. Because it's basically like you are on a falcon, or not a falcon, but because I'm thinking falcon because that's the name of the coaster type. It's like you are a raven, or flying along with the raven through the woods and through an old cemetery, you know. I think I've got enough theming and stuff in the game that it shouldn't be too hard to kind of create what I have an idea for. So really looking forward to working on this for the entire month. This is probably going to be 3 episodes long. We will do the coaster layout, as you see here, the first episode. The second episode is going to be the station. And in the third episode is going to be the rest of the theming, the forest, finishing up the layouts. Might try to do some custom supports on it as well. I'm not good at custom supports, but we're going to try that. And also, I'm going to do a custom sign for this as well. So, and this is going to be probably the best custom sign that I've ever made. I'm going to put a lot of time into it to get it right and make sure that it's perfect. My hopes are that this is going to be probably the best coaster that I've ever made. At least I'm hoping so. We'll see how it turns out, I guess, won't we? So here, what you see me doing in the video right now is I've gone back and I am fixing my 0G row. It's not a perfect 0G row. None of my 0G rows are always perfect, but I'm hoping to try to smooth it out enough where I think it is. When I went back later on and watched the coaster run the course, it actually takes it fairly well once I get done with it. I already have made a few changes to the coaster as well. Every single time, it never fails. I always yawn when I make these videos. Yeah, what I was saying was I went back and I kind of redid a little bit of the layout. You'll see I kind of will go through and talk about it a little bit here in just a second. Or not talk about it, but you'll see me kind of pointing at it and kind of like what my thoughts are. But that last turn, after coming off the 0G road and going to the turn and then going down into that, before you do the curved inline twist, we'll call it. I added another extra section onto that, and again, I mean, it makes it look even more compact and messy. So I like how it works, but it's so, I don't know, it's too tight, I guess you could say. And yeah, that's what she said. But I don't know. It's not spread out enough for my taste. So I kind of want to maybe work on that a little bit. But again, you know, I want to get your guys' thoughts. I want to get your opinions on it. What you're seeing is pretty much exactly the way it's going to look when I start on the coaster on Sunday. So those of you who are wondering, I know I did say I was going to try to stream on Sunday on YouTube. It didn't happen. I was still, believe it or not, uploading my video for Sunday. It took forever to upload that video. Literally about 2 hours, I think, and then it had to process. So it was like 10 o'clock before it actually, I think, made it online. And it was already 2 hours past the time that I was going to stream that night. But I do plan on doing Sunday streams of Planet Coaster. At least try to do it every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So I'm from Kentucky, so Eastern Time is my time. So I don't know what that is in anybody else's terms, but 8 p.m. Eastern Time is when I will be doing those, and that's going to be on Sundays. Now, of course, you guys can always catch me on Twitch. It is kind of random here. I do start a new job on next Monday, so I don't know how much more I'm going to be able to do videos and stuff. I am going to try to make at least a few videos for you a week, but I don't think I'm going to be able to continue with daily videos anymore. It's just going to be really, really hard to do with working and trying to make the videos and trying to find time to play the game, to make the videos and all this stuff. So that's a little more reason why I said in one of my other videos that I'm kind of focusing down a little bit into certain games and certain things like that. So but yeah, alright, so now we've got the color scheme as you see me just do there. So the track is going to be black with purple supports, like a dark purple supports. I really like that. It's very, very dark and gothic, and that's kind of the feel I want to go for. I want to go for a gothic kind of like haunted, spooky forest kind of feel. And we're just going to try to zoom this out. One thing I'm going to do, I know some of you are probably triggered already by using the in-game sidewinders and stuff. Those are just there for placeholders. I am going to go in there and actually go back over the track and redo that with my own custom sidewinders and not use the in-game ones. The reason I don't like the in-game ones, they look awesome, but the transitions between the track and those are really, really hard to get right, and they don't really work too well for me. So I am going to go back and redo those so that they are more custom. I'll have that done before Sunday. So, but anyway, it has been an awesome video. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you guys are looking forward to the rest of this, and I look forward to seeing your comments about the layout. Again, thoughts, changes, anything like that you guys have that you would like to throw into it, by all means, let me know in the comments below. I want to hear from you guys, especially on this coaster. Like I said, I want to make this the best coaster I've ever made, and hopefully you guys can help me do so. I'm a huge theme park enthusiast. I'm a huge coaster enthusiast, but I don't know everything there is, and I'm no expert by any means. I'm just an enthusiast. And I love learning about all kinds of these things, and I do a lot of, I watch a lot of documentaries, I look at a lot of pictures, I study a lot, but I'm no expert at coaster design by any means. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what we maybe could change on the layout. And yeah, so anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here. I appreciate it, and remember, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching the video. I very much appreciate it. If you are not already a subscriber here on the channel and you'd like to be, click that button down below to do so, and click the bell to be notified the next time a video goes live, as I have been doing daily content here on the channel. You can also follow me over on Twitter, and I live stream on twitch.tv as well. So if you like the content you see here, you will love the live streaming too. The links for those are in the video description down below. Now, if you are in a position to do so and you would like to support the channel, you can do that through our Patreon page, or you can use one of our affiliate links such as Greenman Gaming, Humble Bundle, or Amazon. Any purchase you make by clicking on our links, a little percentage of that goes to me to help towards living expenses as well as making the content better here on the channel. Now, as always, I love to hear from you guys, so make sure you click that like button and leave comments below to let me know your thoughts on the videos. That's going to do it for me today. Remember, guys, wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later.